know what a stokvel is?
Yes.
Okay, so basically what happens is that a group of you get together and you all give money to one person in the group. Let's say 500 Rand. And then the next month, you all get together and you all give money to another person in the group, the same amount of money, 500 Rand. And then the next month, you give money to the third person in the group, and then she disappears with the money. Does it sound familiar?
Yes.
Cool. So it's like a forced savings account. But the problem with you giving your money to these different people is that your money doesn't grow. Is that right?
Yes.
Cool. So we are basically a giant stokvel. We are the largest donations exchange network in the world. We just donate money to the community and we get rewarded for donating money to the community. Our reward is 30% of the donation that we donated. Does that make sense? Cool. So we're a very well established community. We've been going for a long time. We're in 107 countries. We've got 138 million members worldwide. And how did it start? There was this amazing man called Sergey Mavrodi, and he was a computer genius. He had a very big company in Russia. He's one of the first people in Russia to own a computer company. And he launched his company on the stock exchange and did very, very well. He said that his shares would double every 30 days, and they did, because he said so. And then he went to the government and he asked the government if he could have more shares to sell to the public. The government said no. He didn't understand why. So what he did was, he said no problem, he was disgruntled, so he came up with a system called the ticketing system, paper tickets. And he sold those tickets to the public. And he said that those tickets, the value of these paper tickets would double every 14 days, and they did, because he said so. And eventually, the government shut him down because they weren't happy with what he was doing. Okay? They said it was tax evasion. Can I tell you the good and the bad and the ugly?
Yeah.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so that when you go home and you Google this, you've heard it before. Is that okay? Cool. So they shut him down for tax evasion, but then the government stole the money. They didn't even give the money back to the public. They'd already, it's like bells warning you that something's wrong here on the system. Okay, so he was disgruntled with a system. Eventually he tried different systems with MMM. He was sentenced to go to jail eventually for 4 years because the government called it a pyramid scheme, what he was doing. And they got very scared. The banks got scared, the government got scared, because at one stage he had 1/3 of Russia's economy in his bank account. So do you think that the banks liked it? Do you think that the government liked it?
No.
They didn't like it, okay? Because he had too much power. Okay, so they shut him down again and eventually came up with a new system, okay, which is what you're going to see today, which is MMM in its current state. So I want to tell you what the ideology is of MMM. We as a community believe that the current financial system is a very corrupt and selfish system. What happens is the banks print money illegally. Before, your money used to be backed by gold. Are you aware of that? In the 70s, they removed that gold standard, okay, which means that your money is actually just paper with a picture and a number. It's worthless, okay? It's not worth anything, and that's why the Rand has devalued so badly, because it has no value in actual fact. Does that make sense to you? Cool. So basically, the banks print this money illegally, okay? So you have 1 or 2 bad months, and you become a financial slave forever. You will not get out of debt, and that's what they want. You become a modern day slave forever. That's exactly what they want. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to crush the current financial system. We call it the financial apocalypse. And we want everybody, the people, to live like the few rich. Amazing lifestyles. Is there anybody here that wants to be really, 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 really rich?
Yes. Yes.
Cool. So is what we're doing legal? So let me ask you a question. Okay, what's your name? Naledi. Have we met before? No, besides now, have we met before? We've never met. Okay, cool. So is it legal? Can I donate money to you? Is that okay? It's not okay if I give you money? It is okay. Okay, cool. So is it legal if I gave this lady money? Is it okay if you gave this lady money? Is it okay if this lady gave you money? So then it's legal, right? Nobody can stop you from donating money, okay? So we're a peer-to-peer system. What that means is that we donate money to people, to each other. There's no central bank account. That means you don't put money in MMM's bank account and then MMM donates that money to someone else. You donate money to people, okay? MMM is not a company. There is no CEO, okay? It's just a digital platform. It's like Facebook. All Facebook does is connect people. So what MMM does is, in its digital format, is that it connects a person that wants to donate money to a person that wants money donated to them. It's like having a table, okay? So let's say there was a table, we were at dinner, and this lady passes the salt to Enrico. Does the salt belong to the table? No. The table is just there to facilitate the movement of the salt. And that's exactly what MMM is. It's just a platform to facilitate movement of money. Are you all okay so far?
Yes.
Cool. So how does it work? One, you get to donate money to the community, which we call Provide Help or PH. And two, you get to receive a donation, which we call Get Help or GH. Are you okay so far? Yes. Cool. So how does it work? This is your website. When you sign up tonight, you're going to get your own website where you can provide help and get help. So let's say you had 1,000 Rand spare money that you wanted to donate to the community. So you press the Provide Help button on your website. When you provide that help, it's just a pledge. It's like a promise to pay, okay? At the moment, the system will match you with another person that wants to receive money in 18 days. That's the queue, okay? It used to be 30 days. So right now, it's 18 days because of Puza December, okay? And bankrupt January, okay? When everybody has back to school, okay? And the reason the queue shortened is because there's a lot of people GHing at the moment because in December and November they planned for Puza Thursday. Or was it Puza December, okay? And Puza January as well, half the month, okay? So they planned for that. So they took the money. They've now taken that money up because they now need it. So the queue is now 18 days. And as time goes on, the queue will lengthen again. It's nothing to worry about. Are you okay so far?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
So when you provide help, okay, and you press the Provide Help button, your donation gets converted into our currency, MMM's currency called Mavro, okay? And that Mavro will grow at 1% per day, 30% per month. It's basically a thank you. Thank you for helping the community. For the help, we're going to grow your money at 1%, your Mavro at 1% per day. It's your Mavro that grows, not your money. Are we okay with that? Cool. So if you had donated 1,000 Rand, your 1,000 Rand becomes 1,000 Mavro. And at the end of the month, your Mavro is now grown by 300 Rand. You now have 1,300 Mavro. After 18 days, the system will match you up with a person that needs a donation. You will then make that payment to that person. Okay, you will deposit money directly into their bank account. You will then upload your proof of payment. Okay, and once they've received the money in their bank, okay, they will then verify the transaction, and then you will be able to get help. And you will be able to get help to the value of your initial donation plus the growth of the Mavro. Okay, so you could then GH in our example before 1,300 Rand.